Early Morning, Chapter 9. A Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork by Cat Saturn Art on Instagram. You can find Cat Saturn's social media linked in the description box below. Go give her likes, loves, comments, all the good stuff through those links if you have those accounts. Now then, if you haven't listened to the previous 8 chapters of the series, you can find a link to them in the description box below. Go catch up on those before you start chapter 9. And if you are returning and haven't subscribed, go ahead and do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when chapter 10 comes out, and leave a comment to support the YouTube algorithm. If you don't know what to comment, put a hop away. Now then, please enjoy Early Morning, Chapter 9. Adrian Agreste, exhausted, 9:38 a.m. Despite his best efforts and extensive page flipping, Adrian couldn't find another mention of his mother in Marinette's journals, but he learned something that might be more shocking than news of his mother. Ladybug planned it out from the start. Ladybug knew she'd lose her memory and damage her Miraculous from the start. Adrian was so used to self-loathing, guilt, and melancholy, he'd forgotten what it was like to be angry like this. But oh, how he was furious with his ex and partner. She should have talked to him. She should have told him. It wasn't a spur-of-the-moment idea. She'd had time. He felt sick to his stomach as his blood vessels boiled a soup of rage, the bubble feeding into his abdomen. The header of her last entry were words he knew would haunt him, perhaps for the rest of his life. I can't let another Hawkmoth happen. Without reading onward, Adrian knew what she meant. It all made sense. It was an eye for an eye situation, wasn't it? He didn't have the Butterfly Miraculous, but he wouldn't be surprised if it acted like the Ladybug earrings. 2 birds, 1 stone. Getting rid of the Butterfly Miraculous meant no one would be able to akumatize someone. Damaging the Ladybug Miraculous meant no one could use it with his ring to grant a wish. Damaging the Ladybug Miraculous meant no one would terrorize, if not start an all-out war for the Miraculous. I can't let another Hawkmoth happen. It breaks my heart, but when I learned about deactivations, I knew I had to do it. I don't know what'll happen to me after I use my Miraculous to deactivate the Butterfly Miraculous, though. If I don't have it, will I still be the Guardian? If I'm defunct, will I keep my memories? Bunnix won't tell me. Adrian's knuckles, wrapped white around the binding, flexed, snapping the journal shut. Bunnix. He hadn't been able to get in contact with her, but what if Ladybug had a way to? He'd only ever seen her when it came to a critical moment for the world's timeline. Even the Miraculous being in danger wasn't enough to get her to step in at times. But what if the Miraculous wasn't just in danger of getting taken or damaged? Adrian stared at the ring on his finger, weighing the risk. Sorry, Plagg. Adrian got up, body sore from his hunched reading position on the floor of his bedroom, and tumbled downstairs, finding his toolbox and pulling out a hammer. His hand trembled as he held it, looking at his ring. No risk, no reward, right? He slipped the ring off and put it on the table. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2. Adrian raised the hammer, letting its weight guide his arm before stepping back. Nope. Couldn't do it. Too much at risk. It wasn't worth it. But then again, Bunnix knew the future, so if he was going to pull away, she would know that too. Taking a breath to steady himself, Adrian stepped to the table once more. Sorry, Black. Lifting the hammer and flicking his wrist in the air a few times to confirm the path he needed to take, Adrian gritted his teeth and let the weight fall, using his own energy to guide it until an arm grabbed his own. Are you crazy? Got her. Adrian twisted, pinning his visitor to the ground, his hammer at her throat. You're the one who let her do it! Bunnix narrowed her eyes, her expression unreadable. Don't play with a string that isn't yours, kitty. What's the endgame? Excuse me? How do I fix it? The miraculous? Everything! Well, you can start by getting off of me. He didn't move, keeping the hammer at her throat as he used his other hand to reach and feel the countertop, his fingers searching blindly for his ring. Adrian didn't dare take his eyes off her. How do I fix it? He repeated through his teeth. Bunnix sighed, tapping the floor twice. Ask the Order. They don't recognize me as the Guardian. Of course they don't. Marinette is still the Guardian. Adrian nearly dropped the hammer. What? He whispered. You haven't given anyone a miraculous. What do you mean? You can't be a guardian if you don't choose someone to be a holder. Huh? You can't be a gatekeeper unless you use keys, right? What? It was that simple? You're telling me, he swallowed. You're telling me that if I designate a new miraculous holder, the Order will recognize me as a guardian? Adrian, her voice held warning. I know just the person. Adrian pushed himself off her and set the hammer down. Adrian, wait! But he didn't. If she wanted to know what he was doing so badly, she would have to check it herself. Grabbing his wallet and a pair of sunglasses, he raced out the door. Time was of the essence. If this timeline was doomed, then all he had to do was change it. Thankfully, he knew the right person to help him with it, and they lived just a hop away. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you're subscribed with the bell hit to know when the next chapter, Chapter 9, will be available. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more fanfiction, and if you don't know what to comment, put Adrian the Guardian. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!